As you can hear behind me, yet another protest is taking place in Jerusalem. This put on by the 101 movement.
So the 101 Vigil, or the 101 Watch, which is what we're part of, was started by mothers of hostages. And it's a non-violent, silent or quiet protest, usually mostly women, but people of all ages, wear white, sit outside in public spaces near the government. Right now we're next to the Prime Minister's home. And the idea is to sit in nonviolence, but that silence is really a cry for the public and for the government to notice, to stop its routinizing and normalization of this very, very terrible crisis that we're in.
The protesters believe that silence is more effective. They've asked Israelis to come out and join them rather than making a loud noise and acting as a disrupting factor.
We know that when they are in the tunnels, they said, the ones who returned, that the only thing that gave them hope was every once in a while hearing or seeing that there are people on the streets. And what's amazing is that they're not just a few people on the streets. These are people, Israelis of all kinds, of all ages, who come out and are representing almost 80%, a very stable percentage of Israelis who are saying, stop the war, bring back the hostages, don't send our soldiers into Gaza to kill themselves for a political war. We can't do this anymore. This is not who we are.
It's abnormal that me, age of 48, lost my son in a war. He went to fight for the safety of our people, and I'm proud of him, and I understand that there's a price that we have to pay, but it's not normal.
Now, the protest started a short distance from this location outside the Prime Minister's residence. But after a vigil that was held there, the crowd made their way a short distance to where where they're speaking at now, which is outside the President's house. And much of the rhetoric that's been from those speaking has actually been directed at the President rather than the Prime Minister. The speakers have emphasized that they believe that, in their words, they represent the majority of Israelis, that the Israeli government is standing against that. And they've accused the President of siding with the government of Israel rather than with the people themselves. Whether or not the Israeli government is listening to this sort of message or any of the other protests that have been taking place in Israel this evening and in previous days, whether or not the government is listening to that message remains an open question.
Among the hostages, there's still hostages that are Arab, Israeli Arabs, or Thai, and not all of them are Israeli, and definitely not all of them are Jewish. And to me, I'm an Orthodox Jew. That has no significance at all. It's obviously that we're calling out to release all the hostages, and we pray, and our efforts is to release all of them.